Hi guys. This is the Los Angeles couple, and we're here in the beautiful sunny LA.
That's right. Welcome back.
Now spring is started and summer is in the horizon. And there's one thing that people love to do here in the Southern California more than anything in the world besides going to the beach.
That's right.
It's going to
amusement parks.
I thought you were going to say Disneyland.
Disneyland.
So it's just like
Amusement parks like Disneyland.
like
yes.
Disneyland. Yes. So Dante and I, we love going to amusement parks. And during the time I was kind of looking for a job and I was like, have more of a flexible schedule. He doesn't work on Mondays. We had a pass to Disney because we really enjoy going to Disney, but we'll tell you more about it in a minute. During my birthday this year, Dante wanted us to go to Universal Studios because I told him I love the studios.
That was actually my birthday.
His birthday.
We took you to Disney. Okay, let's back up just a second.
Let's back
here.
up a second.
Okay, so she says she hasn't been to Disney in a long time. We decided to go to Disney for her birthday. Now, Disney these days, the prices are a little high.
No, but let's do a comparison first of like our experience in Universal Studios and how Disney is a little better.
But I know, but it all starts with the price.
Okay, all the
For
price.
me, it all starts with the price. So here's the
For
thing.
everyone.
So for Disneyland these days, it's like one of those things. It's kind of like Uber when there's a surge pricing. On busier days, it costs you more. It costs you like $260 or something like that.
And the
something
weekends.
crazy.
And the
And that's
weekends.
not even including the Fast Pass, which is another $40. So
Which is not Fast Pass anymore. It's called
Disney Genie Plus.
I hate that. I miss the Fast Pass because you can go multiple rides.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But so we go there for her birthday. I pick a day where it's $164 each. We go, we have a great time. Then I was pleasantly surprised, as were you, to find out that you can take that massive one-day ticket price that we paid, and put it towards buying a season pass.
Yes, because I told Dante that, I was previously, before being with him in a relationship, I was, how you say, a seasonal pass? How you say?
A season pass, yeah. It's
I had a season pass for Disney. So he was kind of curious. He's like, oh, how was that? How expensive that is? Because everything sounds so expensive. And then we went to the little cute customer service area in downtown in the old Disney area, which is still in the documentary we watched, the Imagineers. So cute.
Right.
And we entered there and Dante asked a question. He's like, oh my God, that's actually doable because it's cheaper going. If you go like 2 times or 3 times at Disney this year, they will pay already the membership.
Basically, for us, Southern California residents, there's a great deal where
California.
for $360 something, you can get a year-long pass. Now, you can't go every day, and most weekends are blocked off, and most of the summer's blocked off. So is it the best deal in the world? No. But if you're just trying to go a few times in the year, it's a better deal, especially because your one-day pass could be a down payment on it. Now, and by the way, I just want to have a little caveat, a little disclaimer.
Oh, wait. That's fun. First of all,
Little disclaimer.
how wonderful is to be in California and be able to be a member of Disney? Like, that's
wonderful.
That's kind of sweet.
I just want to have a disclaimer for my reputation. I'm a grown man, but I'm not some Disney freak. I don't still watch the movies. I don't have the dolls and all that stuff. I just like going to an amusement park and having a few drinks and getting on some rides.
That's all that we like.
That's what I like.
That's all we like.
That's what I like. It could be anywhere. So I just wanted to get that out there because I don't want people to get the wrong idea.
Okay, first of all, how insecure is that you care about what people think?
Well, listen,
no, it's very insecure.
We were listening to the Alec Baldwin podcast.
Let me just finish. I wasn't listening. Let me just saying this. Let me finish. You're not talking. This is not a monologue from the Fidel Castro. This is a conversation. So I don't think you should be insecure about it because all the adults that go to Disney, they know it's that we like the booze. We like walking around there. It's like a funner. It's like a cleaner, funner Coachella in with rides. Because Coachella, by the way, I didn't go to any of the attractions because the wait line is insane. There's lines all the way down. No, but it's like even the thing that you walk around, I'm just like thinking like I don't want to do this. This is like the line is crazy. It's uncomfortable. There's people sleeping everywhere on the floor. It's like a bunch of homeless people that are with sparkles laying down in dust. Anyways, we want to talk about Coachella in a different video because it was my first Coachella. I would love to make a review. If you want to know about it, comment down below. I can make a review about it as someone that went for the first time. We can give you tips and everything else. But let's talk about Disney. I think that you should not defend yourself. People understand. Stop with insecurity.
No, hold on. They don't understand because they don't know me personally. I just wanted to make that clear. Like, hey, look, I like the park. Not so into the whole Disney culture. Just want to make that the baseline.
He likes the Star Wars. It's very cute.
I don't like the Star Wars.
I'm
not a Star Wars guy.
But it's cute.
Star Wars is fine. I've seen the Star Wars movies. I'm just making it clear. Okay. Just so people know where I'm coming from when I talk about this. And by the way, we were listening to the Alec Baldwin Here's the Thing with Tim Dillon, and they were making all these jokes about,
they hate Los Angeles
people,
couples.
35-year-olds going to Disney World alone, not a kid in sight. And also
drinking,
people that eat
they hate them. They hate them.
And people that eat lobster rolls.
We love all of those.
How disturbing it is. So it was just kind of funny to hear that. I felt like we were being personally attacked.
Okay. Alec Baldwin, I don't even know what to tell you. I could just destroy you right now with whatever information I have from you, but I'm not because I'm a huge fan.
Right.
But I mean, come on, he just shot a woman in the face. Like, you don't like people that go to Disney? Okay, it was an accident. Okay, I get it. You shoot a person in the fucking face. Like, come on. And who cares? Like, honestly, you guys don't like couples, they're older, they don't bring their kids. We don't want to, sometimes we bring a kid. I bring a Violet, but she never been with you, but I've been there before with Violet. And the reason to do that is because it's escapism for adults as well. We have good drinks, good restaurants there. If you make a reservation, make sure you book like 5 months in advance and go cry in a door that you want to come in. Then you go there and eat. There's festivals. There's like a Southern California like wine and cheese festival, which kind of sucked.
Yeah,
but the tropical drinks were good. There's like a little food booths everywhere. It was super cool. It's like a bikini inside Disney.
It's fun, but I can admit they do have a point. It is a little weird. There are a lot of weird people in there. When I walk around in that park, I see people that disturb me. So
like what?
I don't totally disagree with them, but not when it comes to us.
What do you mean? Most people that we saw there is parents with their kids.
We're normal.
No, we saw a lot of parents with their kids and people stressing before outside state, like totally like just very tired in the line. Like, come on.
I know. I'm not talking about those people, and neither were Tim and Alec. Okay, getting back into it. So we go to Disney. We have a great time. Then, oh shoot, you know what? How stupid am I? I got the timeline backward. My birthday is before yours. Okay, so we were gonna go to Disney for my birthday, but I thought, based on those ticket prices, it's a little much. I don't need the big special birthday celebration.
Okay,
so
can I say something? I'm gonna say something. That's why I want to start talking about Universal Studios, which was a bad experience, and then transition to Disney because that will make sense in a timeline. But Dante is a pulse of like order of timelines of thinking.
When I edit the video, I'll switch it around.
No, you don't need to edit, switch it around anything. It'll take 3 days. You're gonna take like 5 weeks to. You guys are gonna see this by Christmas. No, that's fine. Just leave as is. Okay.
Let's tell the story.
No. How about this? Let's start again from the beginning.
No, because we've already said a bunch of good stuff.
He shot a woman in the face.
Right. It wasn't in the face. It was in
the head.
It was through like the shoulder, and he didn't
facing her.
He didn't deliberately shoot her.
All right. Like I know. But can I say something? We went to Disney. We love Disney. We love lobster rolls. So please stop criticizing us. If you we're gonna like go to your Achilles heel and say all awful things about you. We're gonna go to the hater in Twitter and I'm gonna read it and out loud. So stop criticizing people.
No, it's okay. Listen, we wouldn't have a show if people stopped criticizing people. So it's my birthday back in January.
Inauguration day.
That's right. We go to Universal Studios because it was a little cheaper. And so, because it was my birthday, I thought we can do something a little cheaper. So we pay almost the same amount as a Disney ticket. We get into Universal Studios.
$60 cheaper for each.
We realize the place is tiny. Like, there's only 3 sections to it, basically. And we start going on the rides. There's like Harry Potterville, then there's the Simpsons Land, and then there's down where Jurassic Park is and all that stuff.
Oh, and there's down near the studios.
Yeah. So like there's but there's not a whole lot to the park. So we quickly realized that.
Okay, one thing I want to say as soon as we get there. So one of the things that pissed me off, it was that we enter the park after we pay for it, then says the Mummy ride is closed. And by the way, the Mummy ride is the best ride in that park. So I was just like disappointed. It's kind of like when you go to Disney and then the Mummy, they have a Mummy ride that too, right? They have Mummy in both places. Their Mummy ride is closed. The Harrison Ford. Oh, sorry, it was Indiana Jones. So it's like, you guys have the best ride closed, and you didn't tell us. Like when he bought the ticket, he should have got an email saying, before spending $500 in this, make sure that you know that the ride is closed. Are you okay with that? And you press okay, and it would be like, are you okay with that again? And then you press okay, and then you purchase. Yeah. But no, we went there, and then it was closed.
So we walk into Universal Studios, right? And first thing we're going to do is go to Harry Potter Land. Again, I'm not a Harry Potter guy either, but it's one of the big attractions there. So we go there, and we have a butter beer with a shot of whiskey.
That's my recommendation.
And
it's good, right?
It was good, but Jesus,
so sweet.
So much sugar in that thing. God. And then she couldn't finish hers, so I finished it because it was literally like $80 to get a butter beer, and then like each shot of whiskey was $40 or something crazy. So
$20 each.
I drink them, and then we go right to the Harry Potter ride, which is
what was that pause?
We're walking through, and they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be cool." You know, it's kind of like a creepy castle and thing. Then you get on the ride, and you realize you're just sitting in some seats, and you're staring at a big screen. And
you go around the movie theater. It's like you're going around the movie theater.
And like you're flying with Harry, and all it is doing is making me nauseous. I'm getting motion sickness. And I'm like, oh, this sucks. This is the big deal about Harry Potter? Oh, so like I'm almost throwing up, right?
Yeah.
Then we get off.
Yeah. That was pretty nasty. No. And by the way, that ride, it's like you're going it's like you're in a animated chair going around the movie theater screen, which is not that impressive with fans in our faces.
It's like being in an arcade.
But it's inside. It's like feels like we're in a movie theater. It's different screens, different areas. You go up and go down, and it's the movie, right? And we went to the different Harry Potter ride, which was the shortest roller coaster ride in my life. It was literally this. You wait. There's people waiting there for 3 hours. There's lines that going all the way to the end of the park. We had a fast pass because I'm like, this is not worth it, Dante. You go in there, and we literally just go like, woo!
That's right.
And that's over. It was like, I swear to God, it was 5 seconds.
You get on the ride, and it's a roller coaster, and you go all the way up to the top with anticipation, and then boom, you're right back at the station. It was crazy.
The shortest. It was like even like probably like a fair, a state fair probably has more of an enthusiasm than this. Yeah, this was bad.
All it did was increase my nausea. So then we're walking around Harry Potter Land, and I'm like, okay, well, what else is here? And it's like, oh, well, you gotta the real fun is you buy a wand. And
we didn't buy a wand.
The wands are like $45.
We didn't buy it.
And then what you get to do is
Spells.
You go up to different windows
and press the button.
Yeah, if you like step on the right part of the floor and point your wand, then 2 cuckoos come out of a clock. And people were eating this up. There were lines out the door to buy the wands, and then everyone walking around with their wand at the thing. It was horrible. So we left there and then went to another ride and then another ride. And what we realized quickly was this entire place is just putting you in seats and moving you in front of a screen. Mm-hmm. It's not real rides. It's not a real physical experience. It's screens. It's motion sickness.
It's like instead of like having real sex, it's like masturbation.
Yeah, to a computer.
It's like fun masturbation, but not really fun.
Yeah.
Doesn't give the satisfaction. Makes you even feel a little dirty for being there.
No, right. The studio tour was okay. The War of the Worlds part was actually pretty cool, but even that is like there's a motion sickness thing ride where there's a screen and but that was decent. Everything else though was a screen, and then it's like, well, oh no, we got to go on the Jurassic Park ride. That's a cool one. That's a real one with some real dinosaurs. So we go and we're riding the giant escalator down from the top of the park to the bottom. And then you realize this is taking 15 minutes. One of the biggest rides at the park is the escalator. And it eats up all this time. And they think they're fooling you. Like, you're not going to realize, oh my God, I just spent 25 minutes on the escalator to get down to the ride. Well, our day's almost done.
I think we spent it takes about like 20 minutes to go up, 20 minutes to go down. So it's like basically 1 hour of your day just in between escalators. Then if you want to go to the park, the part of the park that there is like the tour, you also spend a lot of time just kind of like not really getting there. And then when you get there, you have to wait in a line, even though if you have fast pass, because it takes a little bit to the cars to arrive. And it's just weird. Like, I don't know. I thought that was like they stole from us money, and for them they charging Disney prices is not even real right. Yeah. And let me give the positive thing about Disney. Okay, when we went back to the parks at Disney right after the parks reopened and stuff, the trolley was closed, so we had to walk all the way from the parking garage all the way to the park. And trust me, there's plenty of walking you do all day there. So by the time you get to the park after walking for like an hour, then you're already exhausted. Your shoes already that you think you made I don't think there is a one time I think like, oh, I made a good decision in the shoes that I'm wearing. Always ends like after that walk, I'm like, oh, fuck, I just entered the park. And I'm like, I gotta walk all day in these shoes, even though they're supposed to be comfortable. I don't know. And then you just walk all day. You just walk. Thank God they reopened the trolley, because like otherwise, like, give me a break. By the end of the day at Disney, you walk 1,000,000 steps and you burn 1,000 calories just walking. That's a good thing about Disney. Bianca and I were like we don't even stop. The only time we stop is if we go to use the bathroom to sit down in the toilet. And that's it. I don't even sit. We just like going. And that's fine. But Disney gives you real rides. The roller coaster that they have in a California Adventure is phenomenal. Every time we go there, we got to go to that roller coaster. It's incredible. It goes up and down and around the park and up and down again and sideways and go inside of the thing and back and it ends. It's like the best ride ever. Even the lame old rides from the 1940s are cool, like the little spaceship things. You can see the park all the way to the top in the night. And it's just, there's something so sweet. And I'm sad to see, like at Disney, for example, the modern rides at Disney, like the Star Wars, it's a screen ride. Dante and I went to a ride to Star Wars Park. And then it was like literally you go inside a spaceship and there's like a movie playing that just shakes you around. And then we're out of it. It's like you go inside a blender and you come out on the other side. I'm like, are they becoming like Universal Studios? Is that contagious?
Yeah, it was the Smugglers Run. That was the first ride that we hit at Disneyland, and I was like, oh, shoot. Is this just going to be like Universal?
It wasn't, but I'm going to fight for Disney to not ruin the rides and become just all computer.
It's a terrible trend because probably it's cheaper to just have a computer screen. So
less engineer. It's not engineer. It's just animation.
Yeah. Whoever is in charge of Disney, do not go down this road because you're going to lose the fun of the park. It's great. You go on the Thunder Mountain, you go on the Matterhorn, you go on the water ones, you go on, like, it's a real ride. You're feeling real wind in your face. You're feeling real movement, not this motion sickness BS.
I don't get motion sickness, actually, like Dante does. Most people actually don't. I'm just disappointed that it's not a real ride. And then for the amount of money that you pay for it and for the experience that Disney gives you, I think this kind of like screen rides, I don't think they're supposed to be like that. And even in Star Wars,
Universal should charge half. If you're just going to give me a computer screen, which I could like do at home on my Oculus, then that ticket should be $50 max.
And how about as Star Wars? We already pay for Genie. We already pay for the park. And then if we want to go to the other Star Wars ride, you have to pay I think like $40-$60 or something. Yeah. It says, I'm like, we already paid for it. And then, and the guy that works there, he's like, oh, it's because it's the most popular ride. And I'm like, but we pay already. Yeah, but it's the most popular. It's just like, because I'll charge you. I'll just charge you. Yeah. And it's like a bad attitude.
You're doing like the Smugglers Run. You're getting all this worked up just to go sit in a capsule and watch the screen. Like, guys, this ain't Dave and Buster's. This is Disneyland, where you're supposed to have real rides. So that's the problem with the rides. But that was the good thing about Disney was, for the most part, it's real rides. And there is a certain magic about Disneyland, even if you're not a big Disney fan, such as myself. There's
nostalgia. There's a nostalgia to it. History of America. History of the Americana.
You see Mr. Lincoln talking and all that kind of stuff. It's interesting. It's a time
Americana.
Capsule.
It's like a history of America and history. Like it's hugely attached to my childhood. Even though I haven't grown up in America, I grew up in Brazil. But it was very influenced by Disney. And I grew up in a very global, cosmopolitan household. So I was highly influenced. But even though I was not here, I almost feel like I was part of it. And I watched a documentary on Disney called Imagineers. And watching all the concept, all the thought that Disney had for every ride. And one of my favorite rides, actually, talking about Disney, is the Haunted Mansion. And it's so interesting because that all the people that build the parks, actually, all the characters and the faces in the ride, they're people that help build Disney. They're the artists. They're the people that were working there. They are in the documentary. And there's a Disney head in your right of the ride. If you ever go on the ride, when you're down in a cemetery, and one of the heads are singing like this. And they all, it's Disney's face. And it's so funny. Right. It's just, there's something about it. And I love there's a restaurant that Dante and I never got a chance to go that we're always curious is the New Orleans restaurant that's doesn't matter if it's a day or night or it's raining. It's always nighttime.
It's inside the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. And
it's nighttime. It's so funny that there's always like this weird...
Which is another great ride. The Pirates of the Caribbean is great because it's got all those creepy old characters that are Americana. It's like the creepy old hobo pirate, drunk, sitting under a bridge with a mangly beard and dogs and surrounded by filth. It's the story of America. And so
there's something so interesting about that.
Banjo playing when you first pull in, it's actually quite scary.
It's kind of creepy. It almost feels like, who are those people? I saw how they create those characters. They kind of like inspired by like books and stuff like that and cartoons. They made the noses look more cartoonish back in the day, but they look so real. And like the guy out there in the prison, there's the dog holding a key, and there's kind of like that sense of humor from the 1920s, 1940s. That's just so interesting to me. And it always feels like, I'm entering. It's a weird thing to say, but for some reason, it makes me feel like I'm entering some like cemetery of storytelling when I enter there. There's something sacred about it too. I'm entering and there's like all those characters from those old times, those old robots still working and music playing and the boat, and there's water and it's a real thing. You feel the cold in your leg. Yeah. And you're entering to some type of like time capsule, and it's almost sacred for me for some reason. Like, yo ho, a pirate, na 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 na, and you go around and then there's like this say yo ho, and there's like this parts that kind of creepy, and there's like something creepy about Disney that I don't really know why. There's like something creepy about Disney? You think it's because it reflects his childhood, it reflects the war times when he opens the park, like. What do you think? Why there is some... Do you know what I mean? There's something sinister. And it's attractive.
It kind of glimpses at the dark side of America and humanity. Yeah, it's like the little tinge of shadow, the little tinge of the nighttime setting in, in this sunny, fun place. Like they don't. It's not like overly bright and cheery. You know, there's a little they don't have any compunction about trying to scare you a little bit.
You know,
psychologically.
That reminded me of Disney before he became, you know, the what we know what he is, like the cartoon guy. He was a newspaper cartoonist, and he would make political satires of different things and different themes. And there's always some darkness. If you look at a newspaper and they do those political drawings, there's always something very dark about it and weird. And I almost feel like even though he made stuff for his kids, and he apparently he opened Disney because he said, you know, actually, for the all Baldwins out there, the reason Disney opened Disney, I remember the documentary, you can quote me. He said this. He said, there must be a place where adults can enjoy themselves along with the children. Because before in the day they would take the kids to those parks and there was not parks, but state parks or fairs, and it was not fun for the parents. He wanted a place for adults and kids to enjoy themselves together, so he started Disney. That's what he said. That's the first 10 seconds of the documentary. I swear to God, that's what it says. You can find it and put it in here. It says he opens Disney because he wanted a place adults can have fun as well with kids.
Yeah. Now, all of this is great. I could do with one more like roller coaster, like legitimate roller coaster or something like that in California Adventure. You know, it's a little too kiddish in California Adventure. And you know, Disneyland, open up the floodgates. Put some more bars and kiosks in Disneyland. All that stuff is in California Adventure. You got to walk across the park to get there. It's like, come on.
This is the pirate that came to life. I went on the ride. He just jumped in a boat, and I brought him home. Now he just wants to drink and play with the dog.
My ancestors were pirates, so.
Not those pirates.
They might have been.
They were Italian pirates. Have you ever seen what Italian pirates look like?
Pirates of the...
They didn't look like pirates. They're just... No, they don't. You never seen the data.
I don't know. Anyways, our verdict is what? A Disney pass is well worth it if you live in Southern California.
If you live in Southern California, that's the only time you can become a seasonal pass member. Otherwise, sorry. You know, there's one positive thing upon living in the scalding, hot, sunny California while we're denigrating our skins and aging faster than anyone else in the country, and the prices of rent or buying a home surrounded by homeless, dirt, dryness, bad air. The one positive thing of living here is Disney.
We'll see you next time.
And in Florida, besides the alligators, dinosaurs, giant alligators crossing the road, and the horrible, weird Florida people, the one positive thing probably of living there, it must be Disney. And we thank you, Disney, for making Disney. And I'm a huge fan. How about you?
I'm a huge fan of the park.
Oh, by the way, what do you think of the restaurant that we went, the one that was the original restaurant that was created for the
Carthay Circle restaurant is very good. It's impossible to get a reservation.
I always had to cry and skank myself in the door to be able to get in. I had to be like, can I please come in?
The reservation app thing sucked. And you know, we didn't talk about this, but real quick, the whole Disney Genie service where, you know, as you said, you used to have a fast pass. You show up with your pass and they say, oh, you got the fast pass? Fast pass line. Now it's all done through the app, and you got to pick like, oh, we can do a Disney Lightning Lane from 4:35 to 5:35 over at the Haunted Mansion. Oh, okay, let's pick it. But then you can't pick another Lightning Lane until you've done.
Oh wait, I thought we were talking about the restaurant.
Well, we are, but we'll get back to that in 1 second. But So the problem is now you got to like, instead of being spontaneous and being like, oh, let's just go there. We got fast pass. No, now you got to plan your day. Now you got to be like, oh, well, Indiana Jones. Well, if we do that, but then we can't get Indiana Jones till 8:30 and we can only do Haunted Mansion at 4:30. Blah, 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 blah. It's like you just end up riding the same rides over and over again because whichever ones will segue from one Lightning Lane Genie Plus into another are the ones you end up choosing. And then if you don't do it, and then you do it, then you X out of it because you change your mind, then next thing you know, the ride you were about to ride isn't available till 9 o'clock. And I don't like the lightning lane. It would be much more efficient to just go back to the Fast Pass. I think not everything has to be done through an app. Just because you guys signed a big contract with whoever created the Disney Genie Lightning Lane thing doesn't mean we all have to suffer. Some things are better left untouched, okay? You already stuck us with this reservation system where you can't just show up to Disney. You now have to have a reservation. For what reason, I don't know. But Lightning Lane, to me, is a failure. Bring back the Fast Pass. Carthay Circle.
Okay.
California
sorry,
Adventure.
I was checking my email because I work in tech now, and I always have to be checking my emails. So about the Coffee Circle. So that's one of the so Coffee Circle, before the California Adventure existed, the area there was only for hotels, and there was a lot of food trucks there. So before, that was not a park. The original park is the other one to your left, which is the what's the name of the one that has the Mickey Mouse and the downtown Lincoln?
Disneyland?
Disneyland, yeah. No, the California Adventure, the other park, it was just a place where there's the hotel, which is where the Coffee Circle is. And there was a lot of studio heads and trailers for actors. It was an external area where people, and then Disney will hang out there and bring actors. So there's pictures of Disney. And by the way, the restaurant, I was not sure, but I remember when I was a kid, I had a book from Snow White, and I knew because the plant, it was this, it looks like a sausage punctuate, and it was like a river plant. And I remember in my book, when I opened the book, the first page is on the right and the left, there was those plants. So I looked at, and there was different pictures of nature painted in the ceiling, like old painting from old times. And I asked the waiter, I was like, is this from Snow White? Because I see that plant in books when I was a kid, a million years ago. Yes, that's exactly it. I felt like I was the most detail-oriented, good memory genius in the world to know that. But it's just so beautiful. There's pictures of Disney, Sherry Temple, the actors at the time, and the wall, and the structure, and the wood details. My grandpa would appreciate it because he used to design train interiors and wood craftsman details to things. And I think that I noticed everything about that. And even the bathroom, when you go to the bathroom, it just feels like you're in a four-season hotel. Yeah. And the sink has this fancy curl to the thing that you don't see these days. By the way, I hate the sinks that we have in our apartment. And I hate those Irvine apartment sinks. They're all weird. They have the water thing is back and the sink is here forward, and then you have no distance between the water and the sink, and then you open, and then if you're washing your face or your hands, you're always gonna split, and it's gonna make a huge mess around the sink. I miss the sinks back the Disney were, because they're this, they're like that, and it's like a swan. It's called the swan design, a hook design. They're slightly off, and it's in the center of the bowl, which is supposed to be, when you wash your hand, not supposed to make a mess. It's supposed to just be around there. But these days, all the square, little, minimalistic, horrible houses, we are making harder to keep things without mold, make things nicer. So I want the design from the past with the functionality of the present. Who I have to talk to in the world. Maybe when we buy our house, I'll design the sinks. I will design and will not spill. Trust me. If you give me 3 options, there's going to be all the spilling. I'm not doing it. I wanted the sinks like the Coffee Circle. I wanted the sinks of the Culver Hotel. I wanted the practical, smart designs from the old times because they were much more thoughtful of the user in the bathroom. These days it's all square and tiny, and you have to wash your hands. It spills everywhere. I want my house to be more like that once we own a home. I'm gonna make my house look like a freaking wonderful, functional place and stylish. What do you think?
I love it, and that's why we love Disney.
No, but come on, I say something about the sink.
I mean, yeah, the sinks here suck. They spill everywhere, and I don't actually remember the sinks at Carthay Circle. I do remember the food was decent. And
The drink.
And the drinks were good.
What's your favorite drink there? Tell me.
I don't know. I'm a Negroni guy, so.
I got the aviation there. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And no, it was aviation. And I got the pear martini. Oh my God. It comes with a mini pear, stabbed it in. It was
And
so
with
cute.
your Disney season pass, you get if you're a it's called being a key holder. We're Imagine key holders. You get a little discount, so it's not bad. Anyways,
So when you come in, you have to present this key, and you hold the key, and magical things happen.
all right. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Like, subscribe our video. Sorry we went in tangents that you might not wanted, but you want to share the frustration and the wonderful things about the parks in California. I still haven't gone to all the parks here yet. I might want to go, but I do love Disney. I love the songs. I love the cuteness. And Universal Studios, boo, not bad, not good.
We haven't done Six Flags. I've done it, but it's been years. But the prices at Six Flags kind of put you off because, like, we're complaining about the high prices of Universal, but then the cheaper prices of Six Flags make you think, well, Jesus, is this place even safe? They're
Oh
only
yeah,
making that
it's
much.
not. Yeah, it's kind of scary because you think about who are the engineers? Like, are they paying people well,
Yeah.
or are they importing some weird people from like Eastern Europe and not really paying them well?
Yeah, so,
It's kind of scary. So we want to make sure we're safe because actually I saw a guy that died in one of those rides, that kind of the
I
escalator.
know, but that's one of those parks that no one's ever heard of. It's like, a small park somewhere. All right. Next time.
Hi guys, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
The Los Angeles couple. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok and everything. We'll link everything. Please stay connected. And until the next time, you might be able to win a pillow that looks like a bear. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Okay, bye-bye.